hello, it's Kay in front of the camera.
And it's Maggie behind.
Okay, and I'm going to have a go at looking at our little book dies. So we're going to start off with making a little album, and in the album bit you get this die, which gives you a spine and 2 covers, which I've just cut out for you.
In a bit, that might be a good idea actually, for this bit.
Okay, right, so you can see what we're doing. Okay, so that's a spine and 2 covers. These bits are some mats, so I've done them in plain, but you can do them in any paper you like. This is brilliant from your scraps, and if it coordinates little projects and what have you, then you get this die, which is your outer cover. So it cuts the die like that, so you've got your decorative on the outside, and it's either double-sided or single-sided in this case. But that is like how you used to do dies, cover die covers. So that's that. And
there may be something to do with that in January.
Oh yes, it might well be. Oops. And then there's another. Yes, that's another secret that she can't keep quiet about. Anyway, and then this one is for your pages.
Can you put it down flat so we can?
So you got a little. So it does your pages sizes, and it's got a little spine in there as well. So it will do 2 pages. So you've got 4 sides for your album then, and you can put your little pockets and things like that on yourself. I haven't done that, so that's entirely up to you how you want to do it. So I was going to put this together so you can see how it goes.
So they were all part of one.
Yeah, it's all one set. So you get this is all the album parts of the die set.
Okay.
Okay, so those are all the album parts.
Perfect.
Okay, right. Okay, so I've already cut one out, and I've put some tape around the edge of this one. It looks nice if you want to do a booklet covered with our archi-tape as well, so that looks cool. So you can use that as well. That's already double-sided. So as you can see, you've got 2 little lines there. Okay, so you can see those bits on there. You had a little close-up you had earlier. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put the spine on, and then the covers. So the spine fits in between those little lines, and oops, a bit more equal distance. Well, it's pretty sticky, so it's difficult to hold. There we go. So equal distance like that, and just drop that down. Okay, so it goes in like, oops, can you see that? There we go, like that. And then I'll put the covers to make sure that they match on the other side of the line, and to the side. Okay, so these are little tiny mini books, and they are a bit on the fidgety side, but I do quite enjoy making these little ones. They're lovely cute. Okay, so that's your outside of your cover done. Okay, and then what we do then is exactly the same as you would do if it was a proper cover, like real full-size cover. So you lift that one up, so your sides in, and then give it a burnish, and then same again. So you just lift up and pull down like that. Push that across. Because I put the double-sided tape on, it sticks. You can use glue if you prefer. Just move and then burnish that. Okay, and then the sides here, like you did before, you can just do a little pinch in with your nail on each side. So it does. Let's have a look. A little pinch in like that, and then bring that across. Just push that in and bring that across, and you get a nice corner. Again, give it a good burnish. And the same on the other side. So push that in, and push that in. My covers weren't quite central, but you can see the general idea. What you're supposed to do is move that in again, like that. And again, push that up, and then you get that nice fold. So if you just do one as a practice one, then you can see if you do any errors like I've done here. If the cover isn't quite central to the actual cover of the album, then you're going to get a little bit line here. Again, you can do that. Mark that in with a pen if you want to. And then you've also got your mats, so they will stick on top like that. So I should just stick one of those on top with a bit of glue. So I'll stick those on top. So that covers that, like that. I'll get it straight, there we go. And the same on the other side. As you would before. Okay, so then you've got your spine. So just lift your spine up and move it across. And that is your book cover, like so. Okay, so that's your little book cover. And then you can use for your pages. You've got your page double-sided cut, so you've got your little spiny bit there. So all you need to do is just bend that in, and then bend it on the other side. Okay. So you've got your spine at the side, and all you do then is just glue it into the centre of your spine. If I can get my hands up, you can probably see what I'm doing. So, like so. So what I'm going to do is do the other one. And of course you can decorate these, you can write little messages in these, you can use little tiny bits of your, if you're putting it in an album, you can put little bits of album, so put a little bit of glue on the end and then just stick that in place. I have to hold it just for a few minutes. I'm just going to do the other side. And then you've got your pages in. Oops, that's it. So just hold that in place on your spine, and then just give that a few minutes just to set. Okay. That didn't work, did it? Save. I got my phone with me, and I thought it was do not disturb, but that didn't work. Hey-ho. So anyway, so we've got your album cover and your album, and then you can decorate that how you wish. I've just kept it plain so you can see what the idea was. So that is, whoops, there you go, and that's a little album cover. This colour here is for your hardback covers, and the darker blue one is for your paperback. So you get the covers, and you also get the dies for your signatures. Got an A4 piece of paper, and I've just cut it in 4, and then I just cut out the signatures. So if I peel this, take this off.
What tape are you using, Kate?
Oh, that'll be our orange tiger tape, obviously. so you end up with 4 signatures of the same on each. And at this point, what I tend to do is I keep them in the right order. So I'll put them in the right order. So that is the smallest going to the largest. Okay, so what I do is I just pull that, put that out, and taped it in just so I wouldn't lose them. Okay, so if I just move that across, so I can pull those out. Okay, so I've just now reversed it. So that's the smallest, and it goes up in size to the largest, and I keep all 4 together, and I've done exactly the same. Whoops. For the paperback one as well. So I'll just move that out of the way. So I've lost one, but never mind. That goes like that. Okay. So what I do is I keep them in order at this point, because it makes life a lot easier when you're putting the signatures together. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do the hardback version is, so that's the smallest. So we'll just put those back into order. Okay, so that's the smallest, and that's the hardback version, so that's the smallest going to the largest, and I've got 4 of each. Move that across, so I've now got 4 signatures. I missed one, but I'll find it out. So I've got 4 of those, so I just peel one off and I put it there. Seems a bit long-winded, but it's the easiest way I found to make sure you don't get your signatures confused, each page of your signature confused, because they go in graduated sizes, so when you put them together they fit as a proper book, but the graduation is very slight and it's not easy to see. Okay, so I'm going to have 4 of these, but I'm just going to do one for this demonstration. So let's pull one off. Okay, and then on each one you have 2 little wee holes and a score line, and then you just fold it onto the score line, okay, like that, and you do each page, and you have 5 pages. Okay, as Maggie's trying to type in the back, I can see very quietly, instead of bashing around.
Been very important.
Yeah, she's been very important in the background. So there we go. So try and keep them as straight as you possibly can. So you've got like that. Okay, so you start, whoops, get that straight because that wasn't anywhere near straight. There we go. So I lined them up so nice and like that. Okay, so you start with the smallest, and that goes inside the next one. And those 2 go inside the third. And those 3 go inside the fourth. If I get it right. Like so. And these go inside the fifth. Like so. Okay, so you do exactly the same for the other size as well. Maggie, do you want to come in and just zoom in a little bit closer? Sorry, yes. So you get all 5 are just in a little thing like that, so just move those out of the way. And you can see you've got a little tiny little booklet there. Now to join them together, you can use glue, but the easiest way of doing it, if I can get this into shot, is needle and thread. So open your book up to the centre, keeping all pages together, like so. Okay, and these are the little holes that you can see. Hopefully, can you see that on the screen? No, I can just about see it. I think I can see it.
That's why the little holes are there.
The holes are there.
Perfectly placed.
Okay, so I've got needle and thread. You'll probably use the same colour as your signature, but I'm using black so you can see. And you just push your needle through, and they should all line up and come out the other end quite easily. So that's what the little holes are for. Okay, and then I tend to do this singles like that. Leave a bit of a tail, and then come back in. Where am I? Come back in this side, like so, and pull, and then back through the same hole again. Okay, just move that out of the way. So it's so close up, I'm moving my hand, that's it, okay, like that, and then back again through that hole. Through that hole, okay. And tighten that up, and then put that flat on there and just tie it into a knot. So just get your needle through, and just secure that as a double knot. Like so, and then trim, and then trim with a pair of sharp scissors, and that is your signature done. And you just, so you've got nice stitched on that side, like so. Okay, and what I tend to do then is give it a really good burnish, and to get them to lay flat, I tend to put them into a little clip, so they just stay nice and sharp, so they don't open up. So when you leave them there for a little while, they stay nice and flat, like that. Okay, and that's your little signature, and you'll need a couple of these per book. Okay, so for the paperback one, I cut out, if I can find it, there we go, from this die, I cut out a piece like that, and I've used little, a slightly shiny paper you can get. I found some of this in my stash, but sometimes in craft magazines you get free paper, and you've got that shiny bit on there, and make perfect outsides for paperbacks, because I have that finish. So on the just bend on the foldy lines, so you get your embossed bit, and so just fold those. Okay, and then you can just add your signatures. So I tend to glue these in, so you got, we'll have 3, shall we? To make a nice big fat book. So it's a big read. So they stick together and they all fit in like so for a little book. So put those together. Oops, let's just glue them up. So you just need a drop of glue in the spine, and a drop on top of each signature. So that glues to that one, glues to that one, and then don't put quite as much glue on as I have. There we go, and then put that together. And that is your little tiny mini book glued up. So you can write messages, you can use old books to cut up. So I've used an old maths book in here. This is for the paperback version. So I've used a maths book. Maggie, can you zoom out again? That's like for text from a book. That's perfect. From an old maths book. You can use old prayer books actually, because they've got tiny little writing in them. They're quite good to use as well. So the ones that are going to pulp, you might as well make a use out of them if you want to. So that's that. So for your paperback, the signatures are exactly the same. So I've already, here's some I did earlier. So I've got some signatures. These are just plain paper. And this one is being cut out of, if I can find it, this size die. And you've obviously got the score lines there as well. So this one, again, you bend up, and I've used double-sided paper, which is, I think it's a scrap of Stamperia paper, okay, to make the end of the outside of the book. So because it's a paperback, you're going to get a little gap all the way around the outside, out the edge, but you can also dome it in the middle to give it that proper shape. So what you can do then is just either on a piece of foam or on your fingers, just with your tool, stretch that paper out so it's like rounded on the edge. So, and these look great if you do this in Architape and then edge it with a little bit of gold. It looks like encyclopedias, if I can say the word. Okay, so you've got a little roundy bit on the side like that, and then you just add your signatures. So you can have as many as you want. I'm going to have two this time. We'll have a look with a skinny little book. So I'll glue those together. And this one you would glue to the top, to the sides. You wouldn't glue it to the spine on this one, because you want to keep that domed effect. So a little drop of glue either side, and you put your signature so it fits like that with a little gap all the way around. So if I bring that up, you can have a look, see that? Okay. And then fold that across, squidge it down, and that gives you your little book there. So you've got a paperback, a hardback, or a paperback and a hardback, and then you've got your little album as well. Okay, so you can make at least 3, and you can make a combination of all sorts of things. I'll put those in shot. There we go, like that. Okay, I hope you enjoyed watching the video.